Hello everybody, this is Squeevy here with another tutorial or lesson with the under the Kraken project, and let's get started. So today what we're going to do is we're going to do data types, and a data type is basically a number or a word, and that's the basics. So I'm just going to go ahead and create a new project in class. I'm going to call this one here DTT or data types. Just create a new main method. So just create a new main method. And yeah, now there's one thing I want to go over before I get into data types, and that's escape characters. The basic escape character is \n. And what \n does, if you'll see, is it adds a space between what you're doing. You can also do, I think it's /t, which will add a space between your words. No, it's \t. I'm sorry. So you'll just add a space between your words. And yeah, those are the basic escape keys, the very, very basic escape keys. There are a ton more, but I'm not really going to go much into that. Now, the first thing we need to do is we need to create an int. And basically an int is an integer. So we can call this int 1, and you can set that equal to 10. Now, I'm going to go by and I'm going to explain the basic parts. This means, I already explained, it means it's an integer. So an integer basically means it's not a decimal, and it's any real number. So if you know anything about math, a real number is any positive or negative number that is whole. And this is initializing the variable, equals 10. That basically says, okay, the integer with the name of 1 is equal to 10. So you can also initialize it on another line. You can say 1, you can refer to it, equal to 10. So you can refer to variables. And you can also say 1 is equal to 1 plus 10, and that would add 10 to 1. And basically, why you have to say 1, you can do this, which is the long way, which is going to say 1 is equal to itself plus 10, which makes enough sense if you think about it. Or you can do plus equals 10, which is the same thing as saying 1 is equal to 1 plus 10, because it sets it to itself again. Now, what you can also do is you can do plus plus, which is just adds 1. And this is called a post incrementation, which means it uses the variable, then adds the variable. A pre-incrementation adds the variable, then uses the variable. But I'm not going to go into much. I'm not really going to go much into that. And there are many types of data types. There's int1, or there's int, and then there's float. Float is a decimal, so and this has to be set to 0f. Now, if it's a float, it's imperative that you have the f there. Now, the difference between a float and what I'm going to explain now, a double, is first off, you don't need the f, or I don't think you need the f here, but no, you don't. But yeah, no, you do. You need the f. You don't need the f here, and this is small, or no, I think this is bigger than this. So when you're coming down to things and you want it to go faster, you have to get down to very fine things. The smaller, you want to use doubles more because they're smaller. And then there are also smaller integers. So there's a long, which is bigger. So long 2 is equal to 10. Short, which is smaller, is equal to 10. And then byte, which is even smaller, is equal to 80. So it goes from biggest, or medium, biggest, shortest, extra small. So that's basically how that works. Now you can also have strings. So string 2 is equal to 1. and that will basically just have a word. Now, one thing about one thing about how strings are passed through the compilers, they're not passed by Valley, but what the compiler does is it splits is when you add strings. So string 3 is equal to 2 plus hello. You're basically copying string and then setting it equal to that, and you're not actually setting. No, this is a bad example. 2 is equal to 2 is equal to 1 plus hello. Basically, that's just duplicating 2 and then setting it equal to this. It isn't really just resetting this. So that's one important thing to know. But I'll get into that later. And to call up a data type, all you have to do is just without quotations, you just call the name of the variable, or 2 if you want. And when you run it, it'll say 1 because we're outputting that. So thank you everybody for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then please go to www.andyphillips.org, which will take you to the Kraken homepage. Go to Java, go to lesson 02, and complete the practice problems. So thank you all for watching. Adios.